Hello everyone, welcome to, well, first of all, Happy New Year, and welcome to the first session of our Rime of the Frost Maiden that we play in 2021. I am Simon at Wandering DM. This is actually episode 8. I'll be GMing tonight's campaign, and without further ado, let us introduce the cast for those of you who might have forgotten over the holiday break, and we'll get back into where we left off last year. So, we'll start the intros in a different order this time. I feel like we'll begin with the person right under me on the overlay, and then we'll go around clockwise. So, Tumai will go first. Oh, you're muted here.
There you go. Sorry. Hi, I am I'm Tumai, and I was saying I'm so excited about 2021. Wishing everyone a happy new year. I will be playing Alize, who is self-absorbed, self-centered, and pretty moody. So yeah, but she thinks she's awesome. That's all that matters.
Up next, we have Justice.
Oh, hello! Hello, everybody! Welcome back! Happy New Year! I am Aiden, I'm a Furbolg, and I'm the official town greeter of every town I go to. And I'm also Justice, and I am playing Aiden this evening. Happy New Year, everyone.
Our next player is Diana.
Hi everyone, I'm still Diana D'Amico. Tonight I am Helaphine, your resident Goliath monk, and now protege to Ragnar in the ways of distrust and evil. So we'll see how that goes.
Up next is Kelly.
Hello, I'm Kelly, the opera geek. I'm playing Sarkia, who is definitely a wizard and not a sorcerer.
You got it right!
Yup, that's me.
Wait until you start multi-classing.
I will never multi-class. It's already like an entire TV wall at Best Buy up here with everything on different channels. We're not multi-classing.
Wizard Fighter, go!
And last but certainly not least, Justin.
Hello, I am Ragnar, the voice and guide of reason and all that is right, or perhaps evil, depending on your opinion.
Opinion?
And or mentor state or mentee state. And I'm also Pirate Jesus, hence the eye patch.
Well, I mean,
You mean what?
no.
You mean what? You gonna say something about my eye patch?
Well, I mean, you're not Pirate Jesus, hence the eye patch. You're the eye patch, hence Pirate Jesus.
I could be both.
Ipso facto,
It's
these
a
are
bit of a
Exactly.
chicken-egg situation.
To bring us back on the track of the Iron Shipment, right? That's where we were?
Iron shipment, goblin lady who liked to grab other goblins and use them as human goblin shields.
Yes.
Throat
She's not a
punch-
very good shield now because
Yeah.
she's kaputs.
Throat punch from Ragnar, just put some guy down in the snow, but then she picked him up and was like, boom, boom, arrows. I think arrows. I don't know. Maybe it was
Arrowed! Sorry.
what?
Teen Girl Squad.
What?
I cannot be the only person here who knows what that is.
I
The
don't know
ugly
what that
one!
Thank you! Sorry, Kelly.
And I think we were about to see what was in the tower.
Yeah,
Maybe?
our last session ended after the fight against the goblin thieves, that made away with the iron shipment of the dwarves from the Dwarven Valley, the Battlehammer dwarves, who had such shelter in Bryn Shander. You fought a fierce and almost deadly for some of you battle against these goblins until at the very end you managed to get the upper hand, and we stopped our session right as the combat had ended.
And my only healing potion is now gone.
Yes, I drank
gone.
it.
And these Pocky are dark chocolate, which I feel is a sin and abomination to men. I thought they were milk chocolate. No, I'm sad. Sorry.
Save them for me.
Let's put them in an envelope.
Yeah.
So we'll pick back up in this
Oh, we need to decipher what her last words meant, because her last words were, "You're level 3."
yeah. That's
None of us
strange,
speak
isn't
Goblin.
it? Well, those that do level to level 3, the others stay level 2. No, but
I definitely understood it. Definitely, for sure, definitely.
it's only like 250 days to learn a language anyway in D&D.
As long as our break, that's fine.
Actually, it takes me a week. Just a week. That's all.
That's all right. I think it would take Etten a little bit longer.
I feel like he would base his inference on tone. Like, she sounded super jolly, whatever she said, so it must be good, which means...
That sounds a bit right.
Yeah.
Just so I remember correctly, because you see I had completely forgotten that the fight was actually over and I prepped for the fight. You left one of them alive.
No, she used them all up like human, well, like
That's
goblin
true.
shields.
That's true.
One ran. One did run. I think we let it get away.
One that wasn't near her ran away. One of them that was near the iron cart. The one that I was holding hostage and that I told to ran didn't get very far before she grabbed him and used him like a shield.
That is
Yeah,
true.
because the last thing that happened was I tried to firebolt at the one that was running away and failed.
Then we pick back up on this twilit tundra. The large, looming wooden tower of the goblins sitting a few yards in front of you. You can still hear the angry growls of its polar bears, pullers.
I would like to talk to the polar bears.
You make your way to the front of the tower. They're attached by sturdy leather harnesses. And they have these very thick leather strips that run from the harnesses up to these mammoth tusks that form like the front of this tower. And they're shaking their heads left to right and trying to see sort of what's going on. Except that the way the tusks are placed, the leather straps run inwards, so that the bears can't really move too far from the side of the tower, which prevents them basically from seeing almost anything that would be behind the tower.
Oh, hello! Hello!
I'll let the sound effect speak for itself.
Well, hello. I'm here, and we killed the goblins, and so it looks like we could set you free if that's what you want. That looks very uncomfortable. My name is Etten. Hello!
And they sort of rail against the harness. You know they understood you. but they appear to be in a very grouchy mood.
Oh, are you sleepy? Are you grumpy? You need to take a nap? Are you hungry? Here, have some fish jerky.
As you pull your fish jerky out, you haven't even gotten close to one of the bears that he strains against the leather harness and the straps to try to get to your hand and try to eat what's in it.
Be careful.
Oh yes, animals love me. They always know what I'm saying.
I think that one might like to eat you, so just maybe caution.
But I think don't they look hungry? Don't they?
Yes, I'm giving them fish jerky.
They look awfully thin for polar bears.
They might want Etten jerky instead, so just
Don't be silly. They wouldn't know how to dry my meat out.
Not gonna say nope.
we made it like 5 minutes, guys.
It
Welcome
was
back.
Not me this time.
Welcome back.
I'll
New year, new you.
toss a few pieces to them and then hold my hands flat out like you would a horse or a dog so that they don't nip my little fingers off. Well, my big fingers.
But you toss them, like you basically don't hand feed them, like you toss the food.
I toss a few first and then I offer
Okay.
out a few more in the flat of my hand.
Could you make a animal handling check?
I would love nothing more. Oh no. Did that come through?
Maybe. Nope.
Okay. I was trying that one. Well, I'll go with the digital one was a 6. That's not good.
That's the total?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
So it started eating what you threw on the ground, and immediately as you put your hand out, it sniffed the air, smelling the smell of salted fish.
But there's no salt. It's all air dry.
Oh no, that air dried. Yeah, sorry. Of dry fish on your hand, and it's going to try to go for a bite. Could you roll an initiative? Basically, if you
Initiative
roll
against the bear.
well, if you roll higher than him, you'll have time, like plenty of time to move your hand away before he. It's basically, do you react faster than he goes for the bite?
Does that notice the bear's about to bite his hand?
Yes.
It's an 11.
The bear has a 15.
Okay.
Does the bear hit with a 9?
It does not.
Okay. So you, at the very last moment, managed to move your hand away. You felt the teeth of the bear basically sink in your gloves and just barely scrape the skin under.
It was rude.
And it tears the piece of glove that, that was basically where the palm of your hand was, and begins licking it.
These are very grumpy bears.
I mean, I don't speak bear, but I could have told you that they're growling and grumbling.
Does his god have him on a death wish? Like, did he just get full of arrows and now he's trying to feed himself to bears?
I think he just really likes animals.
Sure.
After licking the glove, which doesn't take a long time, the bear turns its gaze to you. And the other bear next to him starts roaring. And the first bear turns to look at them and growls in return. You get the feeling that, you fed one and not the other. Tensions are rising.
I will toss some fish jerky to the other one as well, and say, "Settle down there. There's plenty for everyone." Do you think they eat goblins?
I
We
think
have
they'll
lots
eat
of
whatever they
goblin.
get, and they eat everything. They're the apex. They'll eat anything. Anything. And as I say that, I'm gonna just slowly stop peeking around the edge, and I'm gonna go into the tower, out of view of polar bears.
When you mention the word goblin, and the bears look at you with a vicious smile. It's almost human.
Oh, yes, they want to eat the goblins. Quick, bring me a goblin. Helifine, bring me a goblin.
I don't want to watch, see, smell, or hear that, Etten. No.
Sarkia was looting one of the goblins. At the moment, I don't know what you want. Investigate what you want for that.
No, just tell me which one you were,
The one that's closest, the last one she used as a goblin shield. So she's looting it.
So, the two goblins that were in the tower with her, compared to the others, were a little better equipped, mostly because they didn't have to pull the other sleigh. You find on them a leather and bone shield, as well as a sort of a reinforced fur coat, sewn from what you think were foxes, hares, and probably otters. Smaller animals, certainly not polar bears. And you also find on them a rusty curved machete. Probably a poor attempt at a scimitar. The short bows that they have, however, are well made. They could probably be sold back. They might have been stolen. They're made of bone and sinew, and they're basically recurved short bows.
Okay. I will first. The goblins are still smaller than me, even though I'm like 5'9". They're smaller than me.
Oh yeah. Goblins are like 4'2".
So she kind of makes a pile next to the goblin bodies, and she takes.
Oh, dead goblin cuddle pie.
No. I mean, their stuff.
Oh, okay, a pile of their stuff. I was like, all right.
There's not going to be enough goblin left for a cuddle
pile.
A loot cuddle pile, yes. So she takes the goblin by the ankle and kind of drags it over towards Etten. This one is partially singed. It's cooked.
Ooh, delightful.
I
you
forgot
go,
what
bears.
voice I used for this character for half a second. Sorry.
Oh, I can't watch this, and I'm just gonna kind of like give myself blinders and follow Ragnar.
All right. Alize, what you do during that time?
Alize I was gonna ask you, does Alize notice Ragnar trying to like sneak over into the tower? Because if she does, she's definitely gonna follow him.
Oh, Ragnar, I don't think you were trying to avoid being
so
seen or anything.
Yeah. The bears. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just was like, nope, I just want to be out of sight of bears that are growling and making noises like they're gonna eat Etten.
Yeah, if in that case, like once I see that they have the bear situation under control, I follow along to the tower.
As under control as it can be. Alright, so I'll switch to the tower in a moment. Etten, you throw the goblin body onto the ground in between the two polar bears, and it turns into a bloody tug of war.
Oh, it's like that thing in Willow where the troll gets a hold of that guy and just. Yep.
How old are you?
Be quiet.
There's enough for everyone.
There's like 5 more, and I can go.
They
What year did Willow
are
come out?
Be quiet.
they are delighted. You can
And-
hear it
yeah.
in the sounds that they make. You know, like when a dog is just so happy to finally be fed, like especially a puppy. It's the same for them. They're just. It seems like they haven't been fed in so long that they will happily turn onto their masters and gnaw everything they can get their mouths on.
The goal here is to get them happy enough that I can pet them.
Well, you can make another animal handling check with advantage this time.
14.
14, you approach them. You remember hearing about hunters in Dugan's Hole, well, what rare hunters would come by, mentioned that you should never bother an animal while it's eating.
That's fair.
You wait until they're mostly done with the goblin and finally put a hand on one of their shoulders.
There, isn't that better? Everything's better with a full belly. That's what I always say.
Moo.
Would you like me to get you out of these straps?
Moo.
And I will do that, but I won't turn my back to them. I assume that they are going to be as big as I am if they were to stand up. But yeah, I'll work on releasing them.
As big as you are. Very good question. Oh boy, I think they're bigger than you.
It's yes.
Standing up, they would be about 10 feet.
Yes, they are bigger than me.
Some giant animals. But yeah, they let you cut their harness, no problem, if you have a cutting implement like a knife or a dagger or what have you. Otherwise, you can fiddle with it for a while and get the most of the buckles have frozen over, so they break easily when you play with them, and it'll take about a minute or so to get the 2 bears freed. And when you do so, they will like walk a bit in the snow around you, sort of like jump around you, then turn on their back and just rub their backs against the snow, sort of play in the snow for a moment. Then they get back on all 4. And they will growl one last time before heading out into the tundra.
Goodbye! Sarky is the only one out there right now.
Sarkia, actually, after she gave you the goblin, she had her little loot cuddle pile, and she took out the coat first and kind of laid it over the top, and she's been sitting there staring at it for like the past 10 minutes, because she is casting Identify as a ritual.
Ooh.
Which will take me, I think, half an hour on each, or is it 10 minutes or half an hour on each one?
It's, so the way I do it, you would start by casting Detect Magic, if you have it.
Okay.
Because then it's Identify on each item, so like, to not waste time, it's easier to just make the pile, check what's magic, and then go on from there.
Okay, so how long does Detect Magic? 10 minutes. Okay.
Yep.
But Identify then is ritual. Because I can't have them both up at once. All right, so I will use 1 spell slot.
No,
cast...
you can.
I can.
Yeah.
Two rituals? Okay.
Well, yeah, it's because
2
you'll keep your...
wizards. Thought I was a sorcerer.
No. It's the same rule whether or not it's a ritual. It's you can only keep concentration on 1 spell.
Yeah, I just was it. Oh, okay. For some reason, I was reading Identify as concentration. Okay.
No.
So yeah, so first thing she would do then is ritual Detect Magic.
All right, so that'll take basically the rest of the scene with the bears and the scene that's gonna happen inside is while you're doing your ritual. So you find out that the coats are not magical. They are rough looking, but warm. They smell of goblin. But these are the type of coats that would keep, a lot of, because they're small size. So either children, like human or, medium size races, children warm, or probably other small sized creatures. What was her name? Oh, you didn't know her name anyway. So the goblin boss, the one
Her name
with
is
the...
Dead.
Yeah. She, however, had a small sealskin pouch on her. And a bone whistle that she carried around her neck. The content of the pouch are magical. But the whistle is not.
So Sarkiel just tucked the pouch away, assuming it's probably some kind of components or whatever.
It makes a little, like the sound of clinging glass, like glass vials.
Okay, so she'll investigate those a little bit later. And then the bows, I think, were the other bows and the shield.
Yep, no, that's magical.
None of it. Okay,
Nope.
so she's gonna take the whistle anyway because it looks pretty.
Mhm.
And then that's it. She'll kind of get up and follow wherever everybody else went.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, inside the tower, you enter first, Mr. Ragnar. You would notice that this tower, as impressive as it is goblin-sized. And so as you enter, you almost have to stoop, not to hit your head on the ceiling. It's on 2 floors, and there's a ladder in the middle of the first floor that leads up. There is light. The light that you saw, probably a torch or maybe a small brazier burning up there. As for the main area where you are, the entire floor is covered in a thin layer of straw that the goblins basically slept on and lived in. There are a few holes on the side of the tower, and a bigger one carved out in the front to basically always have a line of sight to the bears. The holes on each side are basically arrow slits, for the most part, and they're goblin-sized. So it seems like the goblins would be able to defend this tower if it was besieged by anything wild. On the second floor, you have a bigger pile of hay that seemed a little more comfortable, with a few half moth-eaten blankets thrown over it. There is an oiled leather bag basically next to the head of that bed, and a little brazier in a clay bowl filled with, hay, straw, wood that's been burning. I say little, but it's about the size of like half a watermelon. And there was also a perch that you recognize as being the type of perch that a bird hunter would probably have for their bird companion.
Oh.
Whoops.
Feel good about yourself? Do ya?
I mean, a little. It could have been a druid. I'm just saying it could have been a druid. It wasn't.
Just a bird.
Could have been. Does the second floor open up? Like, is it open to the outside,
Yes.
or is it just all sealed?
There's a... Forgot to mention, one of the walls is actually open. And it leads to a platform that basically oversees the mammoth tusks at the front of the tower, and same thing at the back of the tower right now. And these can be they can be closed with the use of big ropes.
And when I get up there and look, are the bears already gone at this point?
I mean, it would be probably when around the time that Etten was freeing them. So probably one of them is free and Etten's freeing the other one.
Well, there goes that. So I guess I should do a quick investigation check, perhaps. Make sure there's nothing else around other than that bag. Just pick up the bag and sort of kick around the straw.
Sure. You kick around the straw and your foot hits a solid object. Actually, not so solid as to not move and hurt your toes, but heavy enough that you don't like kick it all the way out of the tower. But you definitely touched something solid that moved.
So it stopped to clear it away, possibly chest, maybe.
It is a small lockbox.
Alright, I would fling the bag over my shoulder and clear the straw off to see how big this lockbox is.
It is roughly the size of a, almost like a pencil case. Just maybe a little wider, though. All made of a dark metal.
Ooh,
Like
what did you
steel,
find?
but tainted dark.
I would, I don't know if somebody's in the room with me or down to this ladder. I would, like, sort of pass it
Elephine and
down.
Alice have followed you. Elephine first, and Alice second.
I would pass it over, just, like, kick it over across the room there and be like, it looks like, and then shrug, goblin, and then say the word almost like an insult, treasure?
Oh, neat. Let me take a look.
I probably didn't go upstairs
Okay.
because if Ragnar barely fit, then I
You're-
certainly don't.
Yeah, no, you probably need to almost squat or like walk on your knees.
I was gonna say she's probably like squatted down with her arms around her knees, just sort of like looking around and recuperating a little bit from battle exertion.
And
Okay.
the horrible noise of whatever was happening outside with that goblin.
Goblin ripping sounds.
Yeah.
Is the box locked?
No, the box is not locked.
Okay, so I open
Do you
it.
open?
Yes.
You open the box and it is empty.
That is disappointing, but not unsurprising.
There is, however, especially as someone as skilled as you are, Alize, at taking stuff that doesn't belong to you, you notice that the interior has been scraped. Not on purpose, but probably by the movement of something metallic. And over time, it scraped the bottom and the sides of the inside of this tiny lockbox.
So does it look like there's like a mechanism inside it that was moving, or it was just something was in there?
The content of it
caused
was
that?
probably the thing that moved, yeah.
Okay. And Sarkia already looked at the bodies of everybody, including that.
Well, if you look outside right now, she's casting her spell.
Or the pile of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll try to take another like quick look around, not trusting Ragnar, and like suspiciously almost questioning him that if he pocketed something.
He's just standing there. It's goblins. We didn't expect much.
You
yeah,
can
but
make.
it looks like. Yeah. go
Yeah,
ahead.
you can make an investigation check of your own if you want.
I shall do that.
He was
Wow.
thorough. He actually looked everywhere. And it's not like there was much room to hide anything.
Goblins
and-
aren't bright.
No, and you also made sure to check if the floor had a collapsible panel or a hidden trapdoor or something, but there's none of that.
I mean, if you really want to find something, and I'm like just poking or leaning a little bit to the brazier. Well, after we torch the tower, we can sort through the ashes.
Torch?
Yes. No. You probably want to get out of here. I mean, we're not just
But-
going to leave this here.
Why
Why
not?
are we torching this?
I mean, we're not going to leave this sitting here for the whatever goblins that come back for it, and we're not taking this.
But what if hold
if-
on. What if someone wandering through the wilderness sees it and wants to stay for the night during the middle of a blizzard? We can't just destroy a building.
I agree. There's
Someone
no reason to
wandering-
destroy it.
In the middle of here.
Plenty of people like to spend time in the wilderness.
Plenty of people in
Yeah.
Icewind Dale.
Mhm.
Name one. You're Goliath, and your tribe,
I don't have a
Sticks-
tribe.
your people sticks to their own. They don't exactly wander.
You
Nor-
said name one person and I named one person.
Nor would your people exactly fit in here.
I was always told size doesn't matter, but
I mean,
I
what do you
still
have
don't-
against other goblins, anyways? Like, we just came here to take what they stole. They didn't do you any harm. We came and bothered them. Just if there are other ones, let them take the tower back.
They murdered the dwarves that this stuff originally belonged to.
and we murdered them right back.
Right.
Yes.
You can't generalize them. I mean, it could have been the bad goblins who did that, and doesn't mean that others are not gonna need it.
Where are you people from? Not you. I know where you're from. You're Goliath. I know where you're from.
That's
Where are
not
the
to be
rest?
judgmental.
Where are you from?
I'm
You're from the south. Yes. Where are you from the south?
Southern hospitality. Haven't you ever heard of it?
I haven't heard of it. Was about Southern Hospitality.
We're on the same side here. Just tell him he's wrong.
Yeah, Southern Hospitality. Haven't
Thank
you
you.
heard of it?
It's 2 against 1.
Yeah.
I know.
Plus,
Oh,
no fires, remember? Etten told us no fires.
Yeah.
what did Etten say? What?
She'll totally find us if we set a fire.
What?
Yeah.
She, the sky goddess who is watching us.
We're here to get the irony. Remember?
Oh, I was muted. Perception check, everyone.
Lord.
While you're inside the tower, I need a perception check. Oh boy, I was wondering. I was like, wow, my players are ignoring me.
That's a 9 plus
We
0.
love you.
And Etten, I would like one from you as well, because you're in front of the tower.
Yay!
Finally, something I'm good at.
Yeah.
Perception, that's a 9.
Hey, twinsies.
Actually, all 4 of you begin to smell smoke. Something
But
burning.
I smell it better, right?
Oh, yeah. A lot better.
Ragnar, did you already set a fire?
Ugh.
No, right here. I was
Did
about to, but
start
Oh,
burning
and by the
goblins?
way, it smells different than what's burning in the brazier.
In what way? Like, is it barbecue smell? That'd be great.
you don't like meat, remember?
Helafine doesn't, but Diana does.
Oh, that's true. Diana loves meat.
Oh yeah, it starts to smell like bad bacon.
There's no such thing, Simon. You know that.
He's
Bad
Canadian.
bacon or good
Canadian
fish.
bacon.
It smells like burnt flesh.
Oh, I know what that smells like. Oh.
Yeah, I know you do.
And it smells like bad bacon.
Does it smell close?
Yes.
That's. I'm just gonna lean back out over to where I saw Etten a second ago with the bears, just assuming he's now lighting things on fire because I don't know what that god guy does.
No, Etten is still right there, I guess. Like, once the bear are gone, where's Etten going?
Eden was gonna go over to Sarkia and tell her about the good deed that he just did.
Oh, cool. So as you approach Sarkia, you notice that she's actively burning goblins.
Oh, well, okay. We could have fed more polar bears, but it's waste not, want not.
Well, if we do this, then the provisions that I'm burning with them can't be used by other goblins.
Wait.
What do you all have against goblins? Let
I mean-
other.
No, it's mostly smugglers.
Oh, and that doesn't mean that they should just die without resources in the middle of the cold.
I mean,
I
aren't
know
we
a
a
lot
bit
of
late
good
to?
people who might have to resort to taking
I mean,
stuff
if
from
you
other
would-
people.
Isn't it a bit late to be complaining about this now after we've murdered all of them?
No, because these were like, we needed that back and they started fighting. It's just part of our
mean, you
job, but we
can-
don't know the other ones.
You can
just
take
like,
them out of the fire if you want, but I don't think that's a good idea.
it's a waste.
Why the
No.
It's a
provisions?
waste.
No, like their weapons and stuff.
Yeah, no, she's not burning food. They didn't have any food on
They
them.
didn't have any food. No, I'm burning like the coats and the shields and the bows.
You
could have
waited until we were a little further away.
I was waiting to burn the building until you were further away.
We're not burning the building. We just talked about that.
That seems like a bad idea.
Why is everyone so into arson right now?
I'm just saying you don't leave things behind for enemies to come behind you.
Well, they could be friends who come behind us.
And also, are we so sure that the goblins were our enemies?
I mean, guys.
We did sort of attack them first.
Guys.
Exactly.
Are you
Thank
out
you,
of the tower,
Elefine.
Ragnar?
No, I'm stepping forward to talking to them and motioning
I mean,
forward like guys.
Sarkia did not expect this level of anger or upsetness.
Guys.
Etten is not upset.
I mean, she doesn't think Etten's upset. But
Guys.
Oh, Alize is upset.
Guys.
It's just totally-
Ragnar, what?
What?
It looks like the brazier fell over, and then he's going to jump down from the tower.
That reminds me of the way you used to leave raids in WoW. He would say, "Oh, look, a shark," and then just drop party. Like that was just how he would.
Yeah, the straw, the dried straw of the goblin boss's bed catches on fire very easily. and the 5 of you end up sitting in between 2 massive bonfires that illuminate the night.
Oh, it's very warm. This
This
is
was a poor
nice.
choice.
I can try
Nice.
to make the smell kind of. It's going to stick to us for a little bit. But, should we move on?
Could we discuss the burning of corpses from like I just don't want to be around it. It's,
Yeah, I was mostly just to get rid of the tower. Corpses, that's
well,
just
you
weird.
got your way.
It fell over. Did you even see how it happened? It must have been like.
Okay, look, I haven't known you very long, and I'm not a very smart person.
Do not.
It's okay. I'm
But
a
I
smart
don't-
person, Helafine, and I don't like this. I mean,
know.
if you're
Why
gonna
are
be
we-
burning resources or other things, maybe next time you should just have it run by me first.
I mean, we were there talking about it, and then I don't know when Sarkia was doing her thing. Maybe
And
a
I
spare
didn't
spark
approve
caught.
it.
Maybe a spare spark just caught it.
Could I insight check him? I don't think I'm going to pass, but I would like to insight check that.
Yes, you can. And Kelly, your religion check was for oh, I see it. Yes. If they of course if the bodies are burnt to a crisp, they cannot be used to be if there are no
See,
if there is no corpse left behind, they can't be raised as zombies. If the bones are too damaged, they could not be raised as skeleton.
The Fender supports the burning of bodies. It's the only pure way to guarantee that they can't come back.
and also
it
their body
smells
parts
so-
can't be used as reagents
It smells so bad.
Or clubs.
Yes, it does.
or clubs. That's a good point, Ed, and I didn't think about that.
Who would use a body part as a club?
I've done it in a pinch.
I've seen some. No, don't worry about it. That's.
I mean, as long as it's not your body part.
That was a 2 on my insight check.
As
by the
all
way.
this conversation is going
He really
on,
did not mean to. Yep.
You know what,
Ali-
Ragnar? I guess accidents happen. I,
Alize just like focuses into the fire, kind of like zones out for a minute, like just almost like she got lost in her thoughts, like in a meditative, like trance type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
guess she
basic-
doesn't care anymore.
Alize?
Does. She's just.
Alize?
The fire is so.
But she'll look very dramatic doing
Delightful.
it because of the winds coming off the bonfire.
Yeah.
She's going to look very dramatic while staring into the bonfire.
So. Those polar bears are gone.
Oh
So-
yes, we set them free. We did a good deed today.
So now we have to use all of the dogs to carry the iron. And we have to walk back. Or I should say you guys have to walk back because I have my axe beak.
No.
Are you gonna drag the iron back?
Maybe.
I mean, their little sleigh is still salvageable, correct?
Oh, the sled that they were carrying the iron on, yes. Yeah, it's
I'm just looking at it and like, I'm not gonna ask him how much he thinks the iron weighs because I think I have an idea how much he thinks it weighs. I'm just like, no.
You saw the
No.
little goblins carrying it. I am bigger than the goblins. I can do it.
Okay.
And we should probably save some of our strength.
I mean, it'd be easy. We can just have all, like, if you team up the dogs on it and they can carry it, and then a couple of us can walk alongside. The dogs won't mind, right?
They'll
Right.
help.
Yeah, they can help, right? Right? This is what we came here for, right? Your fish?
Yes. I'm confused.
So am I.
We're not just taking the iron back to town.
Yes, we can split it out between the two sleds that we currently
And we have a third one now. We have the goblin sled.
But we
It's
only
correct.
have so many dogs.
Yeah, but we have an axe beak.
It's the original. It's the dwarf sled. The goblin stole it.
Yes, but can we not hook a lightened load to the axe beak?
Maybe
Like if we split it between three
They don't-
sleds?
the axe beaks are pains. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It's up to it.
How many dogs did you have?
2 full
Four?
teams.
Yeah, 2 full teams, whatever that was. 'Cause
We
they
We
all
took them
wanted to
all
come.
with us. I
Not all
remember
of
that.
them.
Some of them went back.
A few had to watch the puppies. We
Yeah.
took at least, I think it was 12.
12 total. Yeah, 6 per. So, a sled dog by itself can pull 360 pounds. The dwarven ingots.
All.
Yeah, it's the sled itself is 300 pounds, and there's 600 pounds of iron on it. So you would need essentially 3 dogs to pull it. The ingots aren't that
yeah.
big. Like, we're not talking like massive ingots. They look more
We-
like bars almost, like
we could
chocolate
make it
bars
4
of iron.
dogs because then it's a little bit less load on the dogs and it's even.
Yep.
And if we're splitting it up, I mean, but we don't have to split it up, really. But
So if
somebody
we-
has to ride on the.
If we took the iron and split it between the 2 sleds that we currently have,
You'd be okay.
Okay.
Yep. It's just you wouldn't bring back the other sled with you. That's really all,
I don't think,
all
I
up
don't
to you.
think the dwarves probably don't care. I think they only care about the iron, right? So.
It was my grandpappy's sled, passed down generations.
You
They
didn't
should have
care
been
when
more
you lost your
specific on the-
grandpappy's nose.
They should have been more specific on the quest. That's all I'm saying.
is this hilly
Fish-
country or is it just flat?
Let me put you back on the world map.
I
The
mean,
region map, which is
sort of
north.
steppish, right? So it's sort of mixed.
How come? Wait, did I delete that map? No. Okay, there it is. Oh boy.
So in theory, if Etten pulled the 300-pound sled like a giant toboggan, he could ride it down various hills as we went back.
Yes.
Well, once the sled is empty, that is what Etten is going to do. And every time he goes down a hill, he's going to put his hands up like he's on a roller coaster and go, "Hello!"
Etten, this okay. So Sarkia will take the reins on the sled that she and Etten were sharing, and just be like, "Yay! Come on, dogs! Yes, move." What does he do to make them move?
I just yell at them to follow me.
Oh, actually, if you get back onto the sled and you ask the dogs to go, you just have to shout. If you shout anything, they'll get going. And so you, yep.
Where's the cabin that we were supposed to check out?
So if you look at
He vaguely said to the north.
yes,
As the guide, you didn't give me proper directions. You just said somewhere to the north, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, uh-huh."
You're a guide. You should be able to find your way there.
Yeah, but you
Use your
didn't.
guide senses. Are they tingling?
No, they're not. They pretty much said, "Yeah, uh-huh."
That's the way.
It was actually like
Uh-huh,
towards. We were
like
running. We would have had to go towards Lonelywood, I think, right? Was where the cabin was.
Hey there,
yeah,
lonely
if
one.
Cabin was
you-
far, far north of Dwarven Valley. above the forest of Lonelywood.
Yes. If you are looking at the Roll20 map, or I think it's even on the Legend Keeper map.
It's in Legend Keeper.
But now we have on the overlay this gorgeous map of Icewind Dale.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's
I mean,
so
who
beautiful.
could have made such an amazing map?
I do
Only a
wonder.
We don't know
Photography
anybody
goddess.
who makes maps like this.
No one.
Not even one.
We have no idea where this map came from.
We know a tiefling who makes the maps like this.
I think it came from
Yes.
Lost Legend
A
from
pirate
long ago.
tiefling
Yeah.
who makes maps like this.
And because the map is so much more beautiful than I am, hence why it's hiding my face on the overlay.
In
That
case,
that is impossible, DM. Nothing is as beautiful as you.
shut up.
How
gain
much
a
XP
level.
do I get?
Wow.
In case people
I
in
killed
chat,
Ragnar.
In case people in chat don't know,
Yes.
the amazing cartographer Devin Rue is in chat, and the amazing cartographer Devin Rue made this map.
It's actually part of the... I don't know why I'm applauding, but nobody sees me.
We see you.
Yes. It is part of the Beatles and Grimm, or Beetle and Grimm's?
Beetle and
Beetle
Grimm.
and Grimm.
Beetle and Grimm box for the Rime of the Frost Maiden adventure. And we are using that map on our own. But yes, players, if you look either in Legend Keeper on our own custom map, the black cabin is marked by a green diamond, and it's a blue diamond in the non-Devonrue map.
And where are we right now?
And you would be actually where, if you're looking at Roll20, you would be where I'm pinging. And if you're looking at Legend Keeper, you would be where the sort of like brass, light brown shield is.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are those all your notes? Not Simon. Justin.
I've been keeping group notes. Yes.
Yeah, he's thinking there's like a whole story here. It's all the stuff I forget. That's great.
Diary.
Dear diary, today
Actually,
we
I
provided the
haven't-
murder.
I
Wait,
didn't keep up with the last sessions. I have to update it.
it literally says we provided the murder in the diary in case, just so chat knows.
I mean, it's good to know. I
think-
probably would have forgotten.
So yeah, it is
It's far.
farther north from where you stand at the moment. It would take
Got it.
you 4 days, maybe 5.
Versus the few. What is it? How long did it take us to get here today? Or it was like less. It was like 8 hours or so
12
just to
hours
get
or
here, right?
something.
Yeah, it was like a day's travel just to get here. So it was a day's travel back to Bryn Shander, essentially.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
I
would be
didn't
less
care
than
too
that to
much
get to
for that
Tourmaline.
false prophet anyway, so...
Well, but couldn't we just check it out just to show her the error of her ways?
Maybe we drop this iron off and get my fish first.
Your fish is gonna be waiting for us when we get back.
No,
Then you guys will have 5
fish.
fish, and then the 5 of you can go off on your adventures.
No,
and
that-
leave me be.
It's a good joke, Ragnar. We are best friends now.
You'd be really bored without us.
Without me, you will have no moral compass.
I mean, he has one. It's just broken.
I'm lawful evil, thank you.
That just means you're organized while you're planning world domination.
I mean, yeah.
So
I mean, I think that the cabin is. I mean, we could prove the lady wrong. Maybe the guy that's there that was her mentor she was talking about. Maybe we find proofs that he's a charlatan.
What?
I agree. We should go to the cabin first.
And she whispers to Ragnar. She's like, "Really, I'm just trying to get Etten to go.
Don't.
We just.
We came here for iron. We killed goblins.
But she said we'd get a reward if we do this too.
They said we got a reward for returning the iron. What job are you guys taking?
Both?
This is the lady priestess who likes to get naked with people.
But do you want to take this iron all the way to the north and then all the way back?
Listen, it sounds to me like you haven't done a lot of lifting in your days. So let me make it like
I'd like
Edmund
to
and I
do
can
the
do that.
least amount of work
Do you
as
even
possible.
lift, bro?
We can tell. It's fine. You don't have to touch thing. You don't have to touch the
But
iron.
I mean, maybe we take the iron back and then go to the cabin?
Maybe Ragnar can take the iron back and then meet us at the cabin.
How heavy is this iron?
600
like
pounds.
600 pounds.
Okay. I feel. Can I lift that? What's the math on strength?
Didn't we figure out
It's
that you could lift like
it's
a
like
lot?
15 times your strength score.
It's separated out on the 2 sleds right now anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Could I walk over to one of the sleds and just sort of lift up the iron and look back at everyone and go, "It's gonna be fine," and I'll put it back down.
Yes, if you're just lifting it up and not like carrying all day with you, yes, you can definitely lift it up.
How much can I lift with 19 strength?
Technically your carrying capacity is 15 times your strength score.
You got 19 strength.
Yeah, apparently Ragnar is
Do you
Ragnar is
remember those magic gloves from the very beginning?
Oh
He does
yeah.
have magic gloves.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So
Yes.
she goes and does that, and then I go to the other sled, and I also lift it up. I'm like, yes, and then I
Stop
set it back
complaining
down.
then.
I'm not complaining. I'm
are.
saying
I mean, I hate to
ease.
say anything to all of
Ease.
you. First, excuse me. Etten is tobogganing away.
Hello.
I think.
The point is to make this easier for all of us.
But we're
not
taking
just-
the iron back. I think is where Etten's going.
Which way did Etten go?
Well, I'm gonna ask Etten. Etten,
I don't
the
know where
hill
he
has multiple
Just left.
slopes, right? So which direction? Knowing that you can't really orient yourself with the sun.
Let me double check something real quick
Mhm.
because I might be confusing this with another character.
That does start to get a little. They do start to bleed in together.
Okay, no, I don't have the thing that lets you know know which direction is north at all time. Well, I'm not going to leave my companions behind. That's
Okay.
I mean that's a known thing. So I am prepared to slide down a hill with this sled whenever we get the opportunity, but I'm not going to go off and do it willy-nilly.
Sarkia looks mildly, not jealous, but like sadly envious of your tobogganing, as everybody is arguing. But really, if it only took us 8 hours to get here, it would be quite short to go back, and then we could take a shorter route. Do we have an actual map? Do the characters have a map? Like a map?
I might be the only one who owns a map.
Apps are for quitters.
I might be the only one who owns a map.
We don't need a map, we have a ranger.
Navigation tools, so
Yeah,
Well, no, I'm
Alizé
just
has a
saying,
map.
she's trying to point to things. So she's, if we take it back to Bryn Shander, then we could take the road up through Lonelywood, through the forest, as opposed to going straight across the tundra.
There is no road straight up through Lonelywood.
There's a
There
path.
is.
There is from Targos.
We're not going to cut through Tourmaline and up into the Lonelywood. It's not how it works. No. You don't want to go through Tourmaline. No.
What's wrong with Tourmaline?
Nothing's wrong with Tourmaline. We just... And anyone who has a cabin is not going to... It's going to be on the outskirts in the wood. It's not going to be...
I think the important thing though is okay. Maybe we prove the priestess is a fake, which we already know because I told you that and so did Etten. But maybe she's not paying us.
Okay.
And
Is
Etten
the-
does want his fish.
As the leader of this group, I would like to say we should take the ironback and get the money, and then we get the fish. And then maybe we take a nap. Because I could really use a nap after being stuck with arrows. I don't know about the rest of you. But,
Like being paid.
I don't
And
know why I'm
then
so
we
excited
go
to get
investigate
money I'm
this.
giving away.
this cabin.
We can come back up and stop in Tourmaline on the way up to the cabin if that's
See?
what you want.
Maybe we can hide the iron somewhere.
Ooh,
And then
no.
just go to
that
the
would be a very bad idea.
I mean, no, we could hide the iron somewhere if you wanted, and just we could make our way up there, but by sled.
I really need a nap.
He does. He's not looking.
You're
I
looking
mean-
a little leaky, Etten.
Doesn't your god do things for that?
Yeah, but I ran out of the I'm out of power for the day.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's let Etten get some rest.
As long as we don't take the exact same trail again, because that's really not a thing you should really do in the wilderness. It allows you to be tracked by predators like the polar bears that we just shoot off.
Oh, I let them go. I freed them. They are our best friends now.
They're
What about
free
the
to attack
blue
us
eye
now.
ones? They let us pass this time. What about the next time?
They were gone.
Yeah, they
As long as we
they
don't take that path.
Yeah.
I
Because-
don't know if that's true. they were watching us. They knew exactly where we were and where we were going, and this is apparently their land.
Oh wait,
I had
I'm
to
sorry,
bribe
what?
them.
You bribed them with what?
That's none of your concern.
You gave them money.
the important. No, I didn't give them money. The important part was
I'm so proud of her.
that's the part you're okay. I had to bribe them to let us go through the one time.
So why did you say you didn't bribe them? a second ago.
Because
Why?
look, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that it's not going to be safe if we come through here again.
She's right. The next time we're gonna have to kill them.
But I
Oh
think
no, we could just make friends with them. I'm good at making friends.
think that either one of those things
We
are an option.
shouldn't really kill any more things.
We won't be the ones doing the killing,
killing.
guys.
Right?
Okay. Look,
Well then, do you guys want to go to
We-
Tourmaline or
No, I
to take
think-
the road back? That's
let's
the other
go
option.
back to Bryn Shander and let
Yes.
Etten rest.
Yes, we can go to Tourmaline and take the
Then we
main
will
road
go...
back.
No, I mean, yes, that makes sense. What he said. That's why I'm paying you.
can we
That's
put
why
on
you pay me.
disguises just in case? I really don't want them to know that I came back through.
Oh yes.
We would like to disguise a Goliath and a Atten. As
And-
what now?
Why
At
are you
that-
saying that way? We can wear disguises too. We aren't.
I mean, technically, Etten can disguise himself at any time. he
Yeah,
wants.
at that point when he says that, I will cast disguise self on myself.
I'll pull my
Terrible.
hand inside of my sleeve and pretend that I don't have a hand.
Etten, what do you look like now?
The leader of the town that we were just at. We met the leader of Bryn Shander, didn't we?
Me and Helfing did.
Yeah.
I
At
did
the
not.
other chick, you met my contact, Beldora.
Helene? Is that her name?
No, I'll make myself look like the bartender.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Whoa!
Hello.
I know, it's really
Oh.
impressive. You didn't. Oh my god!
Wait! Do me! Can you look like me?
No,
I
sorry.
just
It's
scared
only
the puppy.
one time.
I mean,
Wow.
okay, so he's well. You know what? That's fine. I think we'll be fine on the road.
Hello.
Let's just go to the road and
We'll go to the main
Wow,
road.
that's really neat though. How
Isn't
long
this
does
a good
this
trick?
last?
I don't know.
You still kind of smell like fish jerky, though.
Yes, that doesn't go away.
Oh, joy.
I pressed the digitate the smell.
Can you make yourself look like anyone?
Yep,
Why did you choose this look then?
because he was nice to us.
Okay.
Can
You
we
don't look
can
very
we, like, walk
intimidating
and
or
talk?
anything.
Yes.
Walk and talk.
If a
Walk and
direction
talk.
was chosen,
The
yes.
direction I'm sort of on my thing, and I'm sort of like leading them towards the main road of Tourmaline, so that we can get on the main road to head to Bryn Shander, since they don't want to cut across the plains.
Okay.
You know the scene at the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade when Bodhi gets on the horse or Brody gets on the horse and yells, "Follow me!" and rides off, and they're all like, "Can't find his way out of his own museum, huh?" That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hop on my sled and slide down the hill and go, "Follow me!"
Did I make a survival check to see if he's going in the right direction?
Like, more or less the right direction anyway, because it's, so long as you're going, you have like a 45-degree angle that is more or less where you're going anyway. But he's not gonna slide for like 6 hours. Like,
Right?
it's
He's only
just,
gonna,
it's just
close enough.
rolling hills.
Close enough. Close enough. Just go. Yeah.
But yes, it does take you 6 other hours to get back, exhausted, hungry. In Bryn Shander.
I would like to
Yes.
point out that I'm eating fish jerky and sliding half of the way, so I'm less exhausted than the rest.
Exhausted
Oh,
and
this
hungry
was
for
brilliant
everybody else
idea.
than Etten.
I keep my chipper attitude.
Now we can walk the exact same way we came back from.
Why can't we just take the dogs again?
Oh yeah, you've been with the dogs and everything.
But why can't we just take the dogs back up to the cabin? Why would we have to walk?
No. You were going to Bryn Shander.
No. I thought Tumai said something about us walking back up to Lonelywood. I was like, no, we have the dogs.
Oh.
We haven't named them yet, but I feel like that's something that Etten and Sarkia and Helafine might have been doing on the way back to Bryn Shander. Is naming
This is
them.
Lima Bean.
That one's Lima Bean, and that one is Turnip.
They already
No,
have
not
names.
turnip.
Don't name them. You were not keeping them.
Why
I
not?
will.
They're not. They're
You
not
can ask
yours.
I mean, technically, they followed us home.
As this discussion is happening, you climb up the hill that leads to the gates of Bryn Shander. It is quiet in town. Barely any of the houses, those that are still inhabited anyway, have lights in them. There are 2 people braving the cold at the moment. Outside.
Hello.
They just wave a little and they like huddle together as they walk home from basically from the North Look, the inn that happens to be because you're coming in from the north gate, so it's like a block. You walk a block in Bryn Shander, and there you are. The inn with the singing fish is right there.
I enter loudly. Hello! We brought your iron. Give me my fish.
Scramsax behind the bar says,
Wait, do you still look like him?
Yeah, unless I take it down. No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep
it's like
it up.
24 hours. Yeah.
"What in the hells is this?"
I'll be walking in behind him. I'm just shaking my head, be like, "No, just yes."
Sorry,
What
it's
we
only
have
1
here."
hour. It's only 1
Oh, it's only 1 hour. Oh, okay.
I'm still walking behind him, like, yes, we have your iron, and I'd be looking for the dwarves, assumedly by the fire.
Yes. They're in a slightly better shape. But
Still missing noses, I assume.
well, yeah. You know that, the frostbite has done its work, and they might be able to salvage maybe some body parts, but for the most part, like, those fingers and ears and nose are gone forever. One of the dwarf by the fire will motion to you, Ragnar, to come closer, and Scramsack will motion to Etten to approach as he walks to the singing fish.
Wait, I'm sorry.
You-
I opened up my other game where I played a Firbolg just to verify this. You can absolutely still look like the barkeep. It lasts until your long rest, if you use Firbolg magic to do it, and not to disguise self. I'm just saying.
Is the fancy man that I tortured at the bar?
Oh no!
Okay.
He shot himself silly and left.
He's not gonna show his face there until he's fairly certain that people will have forgotten about the whole incident.
Cool.
You've made an enemy. Don't worry, you're fine.
I will very quietly, still with my hand pulled up inside my sleeve, with my super good disguise. I'll just sort of try and sneak in a little bit, and then once I see he's not there, I'll just sort of and head on over to the bar with Etten.
All right.
Etten / barkeep / Etten.
Elise will follow Ragnar in anything to do with like money, award situation. She just doesn't trust them, so she just want to make sure she gets.
What's
her
not
cut.
to trust?
Everything.
That fire just started on its own, guys. The brazier knocked over.
That
somehow.
I believe you on.
I know, right? It's so.
Yeah, really strange. Obviously, it was meant to burn down, so.
It's, crappy goblin construction.
They did not follow OSHA guidelines.
No.
Prefab goblin homes.
Particle board.
So, Scramsax, I'll start with that, takes the plaque with the knucklehead trout on it off the wall and says, well, my friends, you've got the, and he'll look at the dwarves very quickly. They're engaging Ragnar and Alice in discussion, but they seem to agree that the iron was brought back, so once he looks at them, looks back at you and says, well then, I guess this is yours now, as we have discussed.
Hooray! Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. Bryn Shander thanks you. Well, thanks all of you, actually.
How do you make it sing?
Oh, you just have to, well, technically it was to approach it, so I guess...
No, Simon, do not. Even.
Just keep shaking it. Just keep shaking it really hard.
All I'm gonna say is that yesterday we were at CVS and they were having a sale on all their Christmas stuff. It was 70% off, and he found a small Billy the Singing Bass.
Oh, why didn't you buy that for Justice? I so would have reimbursed you for it, 100%.
He was about to, and I was like, put the fish back.
But yes, Etten, you now have Old Bitey, the singing fish.
How big is this fish again?
It is massive. So let me get the information. Knucklehead trout.
Old bitey.
Yeah, knucklehead trouts are roughly... What is it? a 1.5 feet long. This one is slightly longer, so we'll say it's a good 2 feet. And it weighs 75 pounds.
Excellent.
Do you have any more turnips?
Actually, it would weigh a little less than 75 pounds. We'll say 50, because all of the internal organs have been taken out.
Gross.
For it to be stuffed. Turnips?
Yeah, or any other vegetables. I had to give some of the ones you gave me away.
I can go take a look. I think I have a few vegetables. Turnips, I'm not quite sure. I think I gave you the last batch.
Oh, okay. Anything you have, I can pay for.
And he turns around, goes back to the kitchen, and he will come back with. He only has 2 in his hands.
Okay.
This is mostly what I can spare at the moment.
That's very generous. I really appreciate it, and I'll slide 2 gold across the.
No, you keep it. You keep it.
No, just I'm sure that I'll need your help again soon, and I'll take. What vegetable did he give me?
It is a I was gonna say mutated purple carrot. It's a purple carrot.
Okay.
But like it started to sprout like another tiny carrot.
Carrot dingleberries. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Etten,
Yes.
do you trust me?
Yes, we're best friends.
Well, I was your best friend.
I
We're all best friends.
want you to try something. Only because I think that perhaps an entirely fish jerky diet is probably not the best choice for your skin or anyone
no.
around
The
you.
fish oil is very good for your skin.
You're right. When
And
it's jerky, there's
cholesterol.
no oil anymore.
Omega-3 fatty acids.
Just take a bite of this. Just try it.
Start with a dingleberry.
Yeah, dingleberry first.
Oh yes, sometimes we have these things in stew.
Yes, it tastes sweet. It's a little hard on the tooth, but it tastes good. And the other one, by the way, is a beet, just an
okay.
average-sized beet.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Okay, Etten, just once a week. Do you think maybe we could eat something like this instead of fish jerky?
Only the gods can tell.
You can tell me though, because you're the one who's eating it.
We'll see. The future is clouded.
Answer uncertain, ask again later.
I feel like I've heard these answers before somewhere. Could you give me a more committed response?
Eh.
What if I promise to try fish jerky with you one day a week?
Oh, absolutely. That is a fair trade.
You pinky swear.
I need to restock on fish jerky.
Are you gonna rename him?
Old Bitey? No, you can't rename him.
Well, but that just seems like you're asking to get bitten.
Or are you?
And I remember the first time he had Old Bitey and introduced himself with his fingers.
Do not put your finger in the mouth.
Good, life lesson there.
Well,
It's looking at me. Can you turn it around?
It will also sing to you.
I don't. want
Can
that.
we, I want to possibly discuss a rota for the song. Simon? Yeah.
Huh? I already clicked on it. I can literally not stop it once I click on it. And Justice gave me the signal.
Yep. Oh,
No,
he gave
it
you the
actually
signal.
it's a soundbite, so there's no pause button or
I'll
stop
give you a
button.
soundbite.
Joke's on us, we're actually in Avernus. This is hell, and this fish is our eternal damnation.
We go outside, the infernal geese are waiting.
Meanwhile,
I'm your tour
with
guide here in Avernus.
Etten, this whole time has been a devil in disguise.
I'm secretly
I
the
watched
angel.
that. Yeah,
You should
I
have been
like
doing
that.
So, Runa, the dwarven woman who lost her right ear, will turn to both Alizé and Ragnar as they approach. So, you're back, and seems like none of you are missing. Does that mean that you found the battle hammer iron?
Oh yeah, we indeed did.
Great. I would need a small favor more, and you can keep the whole money.
Another favor. I mean, we did bring the whole horde back, and I just sort of like lean and nod towards outside there.
I would not want to impose. It's just with my crew in such a bad position. We talked amongst ourselves, and we feel like it would only be just if you saw the rest of the transport to Black Iron Blades. It was down the street near the marketplace, and we figured if you bring the iron, you can tell them that Runa decided to leave you the whole payment.
Wow.
It's only fair. You risk your lives, and you helped us greatly. We have meager means at the moment, but Scramsax is nice enough to let us rest here until we can get our bearings and go back to the valley.
Well, I mean, if you insist, we'll certainly take the payment for the iron, and then I'll, look to Alizé and just sort of smile. It's the least we could do.
Indeed, indeed.
And, did you perchance find Obuk?
Was he the small one? Well, no offense here.
Sarkia had taken like a piece of his cloak,
Yes, that is true.
and so she has it. She's over at the bar. She's not with them.
Okay.
But if they do need it, she does have it.
We found some clothing. I know it's not very specific, but if you remember what he was wearing, our companion at the bar has brought something
Oh,
that we found. Must have belonged to him.
if you'd like to hand it back, I would just need to know, was the body still where we left it?
Oh, yes, there's.
Not. Yeah.
Nah, I figured the Yeti probably did a number on him, but
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
once we
I
go
mean,
back
if it's any
home,
consolation, the goblins killed the Yeti.
That is true.
Wait, what?
And then we
They
killed the
died
goblins?
gloriously.
Yes, that's the goblins killed the Yeti, and then we killed the goblins. So,
It's because we hired you to get rid of the Yeti.
and well, we got rid of the Yeti killers
And got the iron back.
and received your iron back.
Says metagaming pigeon from the bar.
I'm just pulling your leg, lad. It's fine by me.
That was funny. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of goblins. Were you expecting anything in that area?
Actually, no. Normally, the path that we take is free from goblins. They don't tend not to attack us, but then again, these are strange times.
I'd drink to that.
Can Eliza tell, like, is he's hiding anything or is just being, like, very
Oh,
frank?
you don't even need an insight check. She's
Okay.
as amazed as you are that goblins have taken the shipment. But the next thing she says will confirm like the no need for an insight check. She says, strange thing though, speaking of strange times, is that goblins are not renowned to be smiths. They're scavengers mostly. What would they do with nigh a ton of iron?
The giant, I mean, I don't know.
Let alone be dragging it up to the north.
Yeah.
There's nothing up to the north except... Oh, god damn it. God's damn it.
What?
Can I roll an insight check
On what? Or for what, I should say.
to remember if their trail was heading towards Tourmaline or heading more towards the north area of Lonelywood?
Their
my
path...
insight was 4, so...
but you wouldn't need to roll insight for that because you went up to where they were, and they were basically going down to the northwest, or I should say they were going to the west southwest, so closer to, like, same direction as the Shangarn River.
Yeah, they would have no reason to head that way on their own. At all. Who knew you were? You know what? No. That's... We got your iron back. And
Aye.
we'll send it off
Don't sweat
to
the small stuff.
to the smithy.
Have a drink. Relax. Oh god, he really did give him that fish.
Yes, he gave him the fish.
And
Well, drinks are on you, I guess.
I don't have the means to pay for drinks. I believe you now have plenty enough resources to pay for everybody else's drinks. Am I right?
Ah, that's funny. You're really funny. Yeah,
I know.
You're funny. Yeah.
Across the bar, you just hear Helifine sort of like turn and stomp away from it and going, "Stop making it sing!"
Oh, he got the fish. This is gonna be fun.
Since the Black Iron Blades, Scramsax can let you know, Black Iron Blades not going to be open until tomorrow. Because you actually arrived in what would have been early evening. And so if there's anything that you would like to do before retiring for the night, let me know. Otherwise, we'll fast forward through this nap that Etten and most of you desperately need.
Sarkia does only one thing.
Mm-hmm.
When she's sure that nobody's looking at her, she has taken a spare sock and cut some holes in it, and
You make a puppet, I swear to God.
no, Thrune now has a little sweater.
That's
like-
worse than us.
He's like,
Goodness.
ah,
I mean-
that's itchy, but I can... That'll do.
Yes. I mean, you wouldn't let me pet the dog, so I figured you wanted to be treated like a pet.
I would like to be treated like... Oh, wrong thing. I like to be treated like royalty.
Well, you're going to be wearing a sock.
I guess one has to start somewhere.
Would you like a bar nut?
A what?
I'm sure they're sanitary. And she just like pushes the bowl over towards him. They're not sanitary. Don't ever eat those.
Bar nuts?
They're gross.
They're basically 90% of the time, like they've got fecal matter on them and urine.
Yeah, because people just stick their fingers in there.
And
I've
70%
never-
of the time, I've just touched my genitalia. I mean, that's just how it goes.
And on
I'm
that,
touching mine right now.
we're gonna go. We're gonna go on break. We'll be back in 5 minutes, everyone,
Happy
after
New
not long
Year,
rest.
everyone.
That Simon are absolutely
Oh
disgusting.
yeah.
Yeah, don't eat that
Definitely,
stuff. You'll get
100%.
hepatitis.
I'm eating a
Because-
pile of nuts as she speaks.
70% of the time.
No.
Hello, we are back, and this time properly muted or not muted as it should be. The night has passed. Everyone, you get the benefit of your long rest.
Yay!
You get your spells back, your hit points, your everything. And
Do we only have one room? If
No, there were two.
2 rooms. Technically, 4 of you were sleeping in one room. And
sleeps alone.
Ragnar was sleeping alone.
Oh, I did forget to mention that before we went to break. That was the thing I wanted to do when Kelly did that. Is the only thing I wanted to do individually was.
God. Don't.
It's not.
No, not
awful.
you. This Devin linked something in chat.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say the satchel that I took from the goblin thing
Yes.
that I've had slung on my back before I went to bed. I just wanted to go through the contents. That was it.
Yes.
But I also could do that in the morning when I woke up because I would just remember it when I woke up and I would go through the goblin content.
You can do
the
both.
satchel contents. Yes. I
So-
would do that in the morning.
The satchel contains the following. There are 60 copper pieces. Just scattered. You notice that some of them are not from Icewind Dale. But then again, most of Icewind Dale trade, like the 10 towns trade, comes from a little bit everywhere, so they tend not to have any like minted coins for their own. But you find 13 other coins that are clearly different than the rest. These ones are all minted the same. And the one side of them bears the... Oh my god. Hello, Raiders! Hi! Bears the face of this... It's the profile of a stern, dwarven-looking individual. Great beard, crooked, like a broken nose, very hawk-like, and a sort of rectangular crown. Looks very, very impressive and probably very uncomfortable to wear. You do not recall the dwarves of Icewind Dale, the clan Battlehammer, smithing their own coins or minting their own coins. And then again, if they were, they would use the face of Brunor Battlehammer, which is popular enough that you've probably seen a drawing or a carving or something in Icewind Dale. And he's renowned to wear not a crown, but a horned helmet with one horn missing. And this one actually wears like what seems to be like a stone crown. The opposite side of the coin has a number, well, a rune in Dwarven. I don't know if you do speak Dwarven.
I do.
You do. It is the number 1.
So each coin just has the number 1 on it.
Yeah, 1 and that other face. Can you make a, if you wanted, a history check?
This will be good. It's a +1, so let's see.
It's definitely a dwarven type of coin, but just looking at the details in the face, this person looks more like a Duergar than a dwarf.
And is the material more silver or is it copper like the other coins were?
It would actually be an alloy of silver and some other dark metal.
You said there was 13 of those and just
Yep.
60 copper.
Yep.
And that's all that's in the satchel, just those coins?
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, and the dwarven coins aren't, coin size. They're like impressive.
Big, thick, like
Yeah.
silver dollar size?
Yeah.
Alright. I will definitely look over those and be more bemused, I think. And then sort of shuffle them away. Actually, you know what? I would shuffle all but one of the dwarven coins away. I would take 12 of the dwarven coins and I would leave one in the bag. I would leave the copper in the bag and just leave the satchel as it is, and then I would head downstairs to join the others.
Okay. Sarkia, you were also looking through your satchel, the one you got in sealskin, the one that made a little noise when you picked it up. Inside are 2 potions, 2 vials.
Identify.
You can take 10 minutes. They are identical, so it's gonna be like one casting for both. When you shake them, the muddy liquid inside swirls, and you can see a small tongue, and it changes to a small scale that turns into a small claw, and then a small tuft of hair as the potion spins, and then when the liquid settles, none of these things appear. These are, in fact, potions of animal friendship.
Oh, that's gonna come in handy. So 2 potions of animal friendship.
Yeah.
Okay.
You all make your way downstairs back into the main tavern room. Scramsax is up, and 5 bowls of warm gruel await you.
Just for everybody, I slept with the fish and the 4 of us in a bed together.
No,
It was the
no.
best
No.
cuddle pile.
Sarkia sleeps on the floor.
Yeah, Sarkia and
So does
Helafine do not
Helafine.
like to sleep in a bed, so it's basically Etten, Alize, and the fish.
I
Unlike-
mean,
Weirdest
Band name.
threesome ever.
don't yuck their yum.
I don't kink shame.
No, but I have a question for Alize.
I got the name
Oh
wrong.
no.
Alize, do you tend to move in your sleep?
or punch it.
Yes.
Then the fish would have gone off multiple times overnight.
Yeah, probably all night. She's not a very good sleeper.
Yeah, so from time to time, everyone in the room would be awakened by the good old sound of old Bitey singing.
Sorry, folks.
What does Sarkia have to roll to hit Etten over the head with a pillow?
Nothing.
Good, because she's going to hit him very hard over the head with the pillow multiple times. He deserves it. Look at him. He looks sad. He knows. He knows.
Yep.
And Aliza has like a pillow or covers like in between her.
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
Etten, just in case he doesn't try to turn
I
this
mean,
into a
propriety.
pedal pile.
Propriety. We have to have propriety.
Yeah.
It's the warmest way to sleep.
And honestly, I think he's gripping that fish so tight that...
We are a cuddle pile of 2.
Lovely.
Justice just wrote his wedding vows.
Jesus.
Oh, you need to see my wedding vows. I'll send you a copy.
So the the five of you would go downstairs the next morning. Etten, you slept like a baby.
I always do.
Sarkia looks angry.
Good morning, friends.
And Scramsax will bring you your gruel. That
I will add fish jerky to it.
ugh.
Of course.
Does the gruel smell meaty?
Nope, it's actually just oats and warm. Well, actually, almost. It was boiling water a few moments ago, so it's warmer than the one you had the first time you slept in there.
Perfect. I can eat it then.
Do you have any sugar? Honey? Treacle?
Sugar requires beets and other stuff that they probably
I
don't
just
grow in
want
quantity.
something that doesn't taste like hot oats.
Oh, here! And I'll sprinkle
No
some
fish
jerky.
jerky!
I can check in the back, but honey, we haven't had since she, and he looks just up at the sky.
I'll manage. I've had worse.
But you might want to take a look at Goodmead. They probably still have reserves of honey. That's where all the mead in the region comes from. They used to have these big, what do you call them? Bee houses. You know, those things.
Beehives.
Ah, yes, a hive.
Do they have any bad meat there?
Depends on who you ask. And actually, oh shit, that's true. Etten, there is a rivalry between Dugan's Hole and Goodmead. And Goodmead mead is not appreciated in Dugan's Hole. You would know that.
Bad mead.
Some people say that. I myself am not a big mead drinker. I prefer my my drinks stiffer.
Warms you up in a cold, which is all you need.
Yep. Anything that can knock out a dwarf is good for me.
So,
Why?
are we going to... Why?
Oh,
Okay.
I like the taste.
Oh, so it's not specifically to knock out. Okay. Oh, okay. I was confused. I'm sorry.
I was very confused by the fact that your statement, it knocks out dwarves and I like the taste, were directly after each other. I'm just...
Y'all ever had rutgut?
This is gonna stare at him.
Yes.
They're not all of them are from Icewind Dale.
Oh, so you never had rutgut before?
I come from a city with a lot of sailors. Yes.
It's the one from here is special, made from goat milk.
That sounds absolutely disgusting.
That's why they call it rot gut. I will say softly as I, dig into my breakfast before it gets cold.
No, Ragnar, they call it rot gut because you get sick almost instantaneously.
That would be from fermenting.
Anyway,
Now, I have had no sleep. I am not happy.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Is
should
there
stop
a way
sleeping on the floor.
No, is
Stop
there a way
sleeping with
to
a fish?
turn off old Bitey?
Yeah, that would be great. I'm already not a great sleeper, and every time,
no.
Turn it off
No.
permanently?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
No.
permanently, yes.
Just like, does he nap?
Oh, no, but the sound seems to come from deep within. So if you just stuff a rag in there, it'll muffle it.
Don't you lay a hand on my fish.
I will hopefully pull up the satchel that has the money in it. And be like, oh yeah, no, here from the goblin camp. There's some copper in there, and also strange coins. Coin. Sorry. And then
What's
I'll just
strange
toss it
about
on
the
the
coin?
table.
Do I believe him because this is a trick that he taught me?
You can make an insight check. Because I'll say because he's taught you specifically, you might not know if it's because of, if there are more of these strange coins or more coins in general, but you can definitely have your suspicions.
19.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Can you make a deception check, Ragnar?
No, he's gonna be so good at it!
18.
Oh, only 18.
Oh, the
I
student
did
becomes
say
the master.
coins instead of coin, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of coins in there.
Oh yeah? Lots of coins. Let's take a look.
I mean,
Sarkia
okay.
will actually take a look at the coin that was confusing to them.
Yeah.
Do I get anything for that?
Oh, by the way, this silver dollar-sized coin is not round. It's square.
Okay. I'm just looking to see if my background
It's hip
gives
to
me
be
anything
square.
on-
And there's only one in the satchel.
No.
I
Okay.
literally took, there was 13 originally. I took 12 and I have secured them somewhere else. And there's only one in the bag and then 60 copper.
Okay.
Oh my god, Ragnar came clean.
I didn't tell them that. I'm saying
No,
in general
that's
to
Justin
the.
telling us.
That's just
okay,
meta.
okay.
Meta.
Oh, okay.
Do you want history?
Yes, it is absolutely history.
He's that mad that I beat him in a roll, so he just tells everybody.
I'm very. This is the master is very proud.
Ooh. You identify them correctly, Sarkia, as Durgar coins. It is a mix of adamantine and silver. There's very, very little adamantine in there. Basically just enough to give the coin this, like, dark color. But nothing else. It's not, those coins aren't indestructible or anything like that.
But would I know if they were rare, if they were seen often around here?
It is actually a coinage that is surprisingly common in the Underdark.
Okay. Which I would really have only read about. I wouldn't have had
No, you wouldn't have
experience with it, so-
gone there, but you would have,
Would I know anything about this?
you can also try, like, anyone who might want to see what this is about can definitely roll a history check.
Nope, too proud of my newfound villainy.
No interest.
He's got a fish.
Yeah, even Alize, this is not something that you've seen on the surface. And another thing that I can say for Sarkia is that the face on the coin does not match the face of common common Duergar denominations. Basically, it's it's either a very old coin that depicts, a ruler that doesn't exist anymore, or it's something more local.
Okay. All right.
I'll just hopefully pipe on, just sitting there. I'll just point to the back of the coin and be like, it's one something, silver, platinum.
Yeah, it's one coin.
No, I'll point to like the dwarven rune. It's one. It's worth one whatever.
It's worth one coin.
Yes. That's how they measure it. That's its worth.
Yeah, we all measure in coins. I don't.
It's
Anyway, it's square. That's not
normal. No.
right.
Well, it's not
Odd
normal
too.
for
It's just
you.
one, like almost like a token for something. You sure? Was there really only one?
I mean, goblins. I don't know what they do with this. Especially next to a bunch of coppers. I don't know where the dwarves wouldn't have had it because the dwarves wouldn't have dealt with.
The dwarves would not have dealt with this.
Ragnar, did you take any of the coins?
Yes, the ones here in the bag that I've just laid out.
Oh, okay, yeah, you laid out the whole bag. So yeah, there's a bunch of common copper coins in there.
About 60 worth. Because
60,
I don't
yeah.
care about the copper coins.
I meant, did you take any of the other coins?
No
It's
use
a
for
button.
this.
It's not a coin. I don't know what you guys are making such a big fuss about.
Meh.
Is that a no?
It's definite. It's coinage. It's just local.
Local to who? Listen,
I would assume.
I nobody here's using any of this coinage.
I mean, I'm just.
It is
I
just
didn't say
strange. That's
local.
just one. Like
Sarkia goes back
it
to eating her
signifies
gruel.
something.
If any of you are not paying attention to your gruel, Etten would have eaten it while you all were arguing.
Oh, she's
Oh
definitely.
no,
not
I was definitely eating
hers.
while it was warm.
She asked for like a soup or stew again. She's not.
Okay,
eating those.
not the gruel.
Mm-mm.
I eat it.
You're gonna have what amounts to potato porridge?
It's fine. She's not picky. She just won't eat oats.
Anyway, shall we go collect the dogs then?
Yes, the sooner we get this, the sooner I get paid.
Didn't you already get the payment from the oh well, we have to take it to the blacksmiths. Yes.
So
Alright.
I would stand up from the table and bow after you.
After who?
I'd be referring to the table as a whole.
I'm imagining that Sarkia deals with lack of sleep about as well as Kelly does, and you can ask Justin about that. So, yeah.
You make your way down the street. Oh, and by the way, your dogs and everything, and Axbeak are taken care of. Like, Scramsax is not a monster, he's a good host. You make your way down the street to the Black Iron Blades. It is a wide building that houses the smithy. In fact, it looks more like if someone had bought two distinct houses and connected them together. There is a large chimney at the back of it that spews forth a lot of smoke. Even for an early morning such as this, it seems that the smith is already deep into their work. When you open the door and enter inside, you notice this building is separated into two halves. To the left is the forge. It's now been almost enclosed indoors so that they can work without, all the problems of being outside in this weather. But then on the right side of the entrance is a general store. where shelves and boxes have been laid out and present a variety of different goods. The person manning the counter, an older dwarf woman with white and red hair done into two massive ponytails that then connect back to the back of her head. She's wearing a gray and white, it's a blend of leather and clothes, cloth tank top that shows off her muscular arms, and a leather apron. If you look at Legend Keeper, you will find a person by the name of Elsa. That is her and her brother Garn the Hammer, barrel-chested blonde dwarf whose face looks more like that of a oh boy.
Word in French.
Armors.
That one I don't know. Have fun with that.
Looks like not Adam Savage, but the other guy from Mythbuster.
A walrus.
A walrus.
There you go. How do you say that in French?
Mors.
Moss. Okay, now I know. What did you say her name? Elsa?
Yeah, Elsa.
Better hope she doesn't, you know.
Let it go.
Let it go. God bless it. Throw the freaking.
Hi.
You got
Welcome
it
to
first.
Black Hammer, to Black Iron. I'm Elsa. What can I do for you?
Hello.
Hello.
We have iron. I believe you ordered.
Matt, you're gonna want to speak with Garn. Me brother.
Oh, hello.
He's a little deaf. A lot of.
Did you just break the noise gate on your headphone yelling
He
hello?
did.
Yes.
Said to speak up.
Garn stops hammering away and wipes the sweat from his forehead with his like thick leather gloves and turns to the whole group. Approaches you as he takes off his gloves and says, "Ah, you must all be the fine rescuers of iron that Haroon told me about."
Rune? Wait, who told you about?
Haroon.
Oh, okay. I heard Thrune and I was like,
No. H. Rune.
been in my
Haroon.
backpack in a sock.
She told me I'd be coming by. 5 of ya tall folk. So,
And the fish. We are the 6 fishes of Lathander.
He doesn't care about that. Eden.
the 6 fishes of Lathander. Strange company
Yes,
name,
yes,
but
That, please, that is not what this group is named.
The 6
No,
Well.
fishes of Lathander.
no,
saviors of
Simon,
iron.
do not.
This is a group vote situation.
Yeah. hmm
but then we can
I'm
call
in
our
charge.
viewers the fish sticks.
You're not giving Lima Bean the rest of that ice cream. I'll be very sad.
It has chocolate in it. I
Okay,
can't
never
give
mind,
it
don't
to
give
her.
Correct.
So do you have the iron? I'd like to take a look at it.
I assume Ragnar or somebody would have stayed with the iron, not just sitting out in the streets.
As you bring
I
it
probably
in.
did not go in if it's that loud.
It's very loud.
It is, yeah. Well, not loud now that he's stopped hammering away. Thank you, Sirenscape. He takes a few of the ingots, looks them up and down, flips them around, knocks them on the counter, Yep. Durable battle hammer iron.
What you expect?
Wanted to make sure I wasn't getting less than stellar quality iron. Let's just leave it at that.
I mean, is there much call for your iron up here right now?
Now that I'm the sole blacksmith in almost all of the 10 towns, you bet there is.
No, I meant that there's not that many people left.
No, but people still need nails, battle rims, hinges.
What do you think? Do you think a nail could possibly close a mouth? Like maybe if we put a nail through something?
By Moradin, you are one violent person.
I didn't mean a person. I meant, never mind.
Well, what kind of mouth you want to close?
A fish.
Why don't you just stitch it close?
Because he sleeps with it.
Is Eden carrying the singing fish at the
yes.
moment?
Oh, yes.
It will be with him.
At all times.
It most times.
Does this mean that Etten can't wield two-handed weapons now because he's got to have the fish?
Well, I mean, yes and no. We can
He
drop
never
the
wielded
fish at the
two-handed
first.
weapons, right? He always had his shield and his hammer. He was never a two-handed guy.
The fish, the new shield?
No, I don't want people hammering on my fish.
One
Brazen.
hammer. Not ongoing.
I had a
Just
nickel.
one. Give me one hammer. Iron, yes. Iron. The
Aye.
thing.
Bring it in. Put it over there.
Money, yes.
And he will pay you a fine sum for all of your troubles. There is 900 pounds of iron, which is how many ingots did we say that was?
It's a lot.
Yeah, I know it's a lot. It's 400 and wait, no, it's 600 pounds of so it's 300 ingots. And 300 times 5. Yep, he will give you 1,500 silver pieces. So 150 gold coins. Because he's not going to give you all of that in silver.
Who is he giving it to?
I guess he would have Elza count the gold and then leave it in a sack at the counter for whenever you're ready to leave his shop. So whoever throws themselves at the bag, I guess, like the vultures you are.
I mean, I'm hauling iron. I'm just
I wouldn't say
throwing the information out there for
I
the
wouldn't
rest
say
of the fish sticks
throw.
to
I would
figure
just
out.
say
Uh-huh.
At least they will
carefully
definitely
count.
try to block Ragnar getting his hands
I'm
on
just
the...
carefully counting openly, so as not to be mistrustful.
She's paying she's paying a lot of attention on Ragnar's every move.
So both Elza and Ragnar are counting the
Give me
gold.
Alize.
And Alize is keeping an eye out on the count.
Sarkia is trying to convince Etten that it's very important for her to see if the fish reacts to iron so she can make sure that it's not like Faye.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
She's trying very hard to convince him. I know it's not,
Oh,
Simon!
okay.
She's
Sorry.
trying very hard, but that's what you hear in the background. She's like, no, just one nail. I just have to test it. Like one nail, Etten. Is that okay?
No, this is not okay. That will be destruction of the property of the god of Lathander.
But I don't believe in your god. Can I please just...
He believes in you.
Oh, God. Sarkia just kind of dramatically falls to whatever bench is local. She's
Are you
very
quite
tired.
all right?
No, I get no sleep because of your stupid fish.
Well, give it time. It's only been one night.
Are you saying the fish will stop singing?
I'm saying you'll get used to it.
Oh, God, this is going to be awful. Okay. All right. So Sarkia is just dramatically on the bench in the background.
Okay.
You're muted. I love you.
I'm dividing the gold up into, 5 piles of 30 gold.
It is safe to say that you all get your fair share. And,
And I looked at Etten and I go, "Thank you for the pay, sir." And I, push his pile into mine.
Wait, no, that was not me.
Yes, you paid me to escort you to the thing. Remember? Sir?
wasn't that Sarkia?
No, that was not me.
Oh,
I know
Sarkia
my
then.
way around here.
Aren't you supposed to do that when they aren't looking?
Oh no, I'm very upfront with their pay. They agreed to pay me. I want them to know that they paid me.
I did not.
So Sarkia looks up at him, and I mean, she's honoring her agreement, but she looks very sad. But she's like, I did agree to pay you my portion, so go ahead.
How much do we get each?
30.
30. It would be 30 each, which is why I said I did make 5 piles of 30, and then I put one of them into my pile, and I was like, well, thank you.
And,
We could have done it all without Ragnar, right, Sarkia?
No.
I'm gonna sort of side-eye Ragnar, get a little bit of a confused expression for just half a second, and then I'm gonna take my 30 gold and split it into 3 piles and give 10 to Etten and 10 to Sarkia.
I don't want your money.
Consider it payment for you helping me to stay alive.
Well, then consider that a donation to your continued health. And
I'll take
Sarkia
it. I also help you stay alive.
So Sarkia stands up and leaves the forge.
I don't understand. I thought we all... Did I do it wrong?
No, I'll take it. I don't want to offend you.
You did it muted again, is what you are. You're very handsome.
Yes, I think you did it wrong.
So don't split up the money. Don't. I'll take the 10 gold back and then look at Alize and...
Thank you.
I'll give her 5 of what I tried to give to Sarkia, hoping that I can smuggle it into her pack later.
What's that sleight of hand for? You're muted.
I'm gonna roll my hand over their gold piles
Oh God.
while she's talking and handing out gold.
I'm gonna need a perception check from everyone.
God damn it. Why are you like this?
Well, you were giving out gold. I thought I'd help out.
Nat 20, sucker!
Well, I had a 21.
Okay, that's fine.
Not
That's-
20 plus your bonus?
Perception?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 0 bonus.
Wait, you don't even have wisdom?
No!
Ouch. As a monk? Ouch.
Nope.
Ouch.
Almost, but no. We'll say, Ragnar, you managed to slip 4 coins under your fingers.
From whose pile?
Yeah,
is
from
this
whose
happening?
pile?
This would be from her pile as she's handing out gold. And then
Bro,
Oh, from
I only have
Helaphine.
10 coins left.
I know. And then as Helaphine is like trying to figure out the gold she's handing out and goes to counter it or whatever, I will then surreptitiously, in the other hand, sort of like give it to her other side and be like, you really are doing it wrong. And just, give it to her other side.
So you're stealing from her to give it back to her?
Yeah, I'm taking it from her one side and then I'm whispering in her there, be like, you really are doing it wrong.
Yeah, I think so.
She wanted to learn. I'm just saying, she wanted to learn.
I will not take your 10 gold either.
The
Because I got all 30 of mine.
Cool.
Technically, I saved her 4 gold, is what I'm saying. That's all.
Right. I mean, yes, but also entirely no. Helaphine is like, you know the meme of the woman and the calculus flying around her head? That's Helaphine right now. She's just like,
Are you okay? What's wrong?
I don't know yet, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Garn would come and take Etten aside for a moment, while the rest of you are occupied with your gold, and say, by the way, because of everything that y'all did for me, I'm gonna throw in a bonus.
Another singing fish.
You want anything from Elsa's or mine stock, I'll give you a discount. As generous as I can be. And also,
thank you.
if you ever need some fancy logo for your company, the Fishes of Lathander, I can make that for free.
Oh, that would be absolutely wonderful. If you could go ahead and get some badges made up with the 6 fishes of the thunder, that would be fantastic, and I will pay you for them, and I will fasten to everyone's armor in their sleep.
I could get working on that. Get back to me in about 10 days' time.
Simon,
Yay,
This
thank
is
you
how I
so
murder
much.
everyone in their sleep. This is how it
Simon.
happens.
Simon, I have your address.
Yes! But that's where we're gonna end tonight's game.
Oh,
With a
God!
With a threat.
And so, with the lot of you bringing back the iron, I moved the reputation, by the way, onto Legend Keeper. So there's a page called Reputation where you can see how well you have fared with other places. I believe I got them all fixed except for one. Let me just check. Yeah. You are cold-shouldered in Goodmead.
What?
Shouldn't have talked so much shit about Goodmead. That's
No, it's mostly because word does get around after a little while that you've helped one town but not the other. So right now you are adored in Dugan's Hole. They cannot think ill of you. Goodmead is, meh. You cannot be friends with everyone.
That
But-
is not
Bet you
true.
can.
I will be friends with everyone.
I would love to see if it happens. My other Rime of the Frost Maiden game that I'm currently running, they are hated times 3 with one of the cities.
ace.
Which city?
Wow.
Targos.
Well, it is Targos.
They
Targos is the main trade.
well, Bryn Shander is the main trade.
Main trade.
Targos is like the secondary.
Yeah. They're
the
the ones
budding,
that are in competition. They're in competition with Brinchander.
Yeah, and they did a lot to piss Targos off. So
Hey, if I have my say, we're gonna piss off Targos next. I'm just saying.
You can try.
look, to the point where they're just for kicks, they took the road from Bryn Shander to Tourmaline and decided to cut through instead of traveling up to the city and turning around. They just cut through within sight of the city just because they don't like them that much. But that said, thank you everyone for coming tonight. This was our first session of 2021. And
We are not the fish sticks.
you'll have all the time to think about it. It's just
I don't
Garn
need any time to
heard
think
you.
about it.
Huh?
Fish sticks?
Fish
I heard you
sticks.
like fish sticks.
Look, I'm gonna leave the game and never come back.
No.
Bonus.
Oh, I'm
So-
sorry. Devin says the viewers are the fish sticks.
Yes.
We are the fishes.
That I would willingly take that title. Proud of you all for just accepting your lot in life.
That said, let's go quickly around the table, and if you have anywhere that we can find you this week, please shout it out to our viewers. If you've got anything else going on, you can post links in chat. By the way, thank you everyone for coming back to watch us have some D&D fun on Monday evening after this holiday break. There are many more adventures to come. But let's do same order as we did our intros. So we'll begin the outros with Alice.
Am I muted now?
No, you're not.
So I am Professor XR on Twitter, and we are starting a new game this Friday. VTM5, so Vampire the Masquerade. And we are playing the Chicago series Chronicles, and it is by Stories Before Sunrise, and it won't be on Twitch, but we will be posting the links on YouTube, so I'll share it on the Twitter. Yeah, that's all me.
Cool. Next, Etten, where can we find you?
Hello. You can find me all over the place. You can find me at Stashmandu on all the socials. I'm new to Twitter and I don't know how to use it. But on Instagram, you can see all sorts of pictures of my mustached face. And this week,
Award-winning mustache face.
award-winning. I was 13th in the world in 2019. I'm just saying.
Wait, for real?
Yeah. The World Beard and Mustache Championships in Austin, Texas. I placed 13th.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of beards and mustaches you beat.
I didn't know I was in the presence of some fine
I don't
facial
want
hair.
you to act differently towards me.
Do you see why I don't
Unless
want him
it's
to
just
shave his beard?
Adoration.
Simon feels really like now his own stuff. He's just like, what do I do with this?
I mean, I was already at a loss before we started tonight, but yeah.
Look, follow me for more tips. I got tips and tricks for days. I'll get you there.
Awesome.
Maybe not 13th, but we'll get you on like a ranking of some sort. Get you on the
jeez.
radar. And the national competition, the next one after pandemic, is going to be in Salt Lake City. So
Oh, that's close.
start growing. Yeah.
Yay.
And this week, very light streaming schedule, but tomorrow you can find Diana and I playing our Treasure Tuesday game on Like 7 Spoon channel.
I like Seven Spoon.
Halafine, you're next. Where can we find you?
Yeah. So, like Justice said, I'm Diana D'Amico. You can find me over on Like 7 Spoons channel tomorrow night for our D&D game. Thursday, I'll be over on Wizard Rex's channel for Call of Cthulhu. I think we briefly discussed coming back for Saturday morning cartoons this week. Who knows if that's going to happen? However, Bard and Barbarian, Justices in My Channel, has a lot of really cool stuff lined up for this year. There's a game in March that I'm so psyched to run. I did some writing for it this past weekend, and I'm so excited.
What game is that?
It's Vampire the Masquerade, featuring two of the beautiful players here. Yeah, you're going to be in it, so I really hope.
Oh,
you
I
remember.
am. Oh crap.
Yeah. I'm super excited. It's Depression era Chicago, so it's not a modern story. It's a little bit older, but good times. Good times.
Awesome. Sarkia.
Oh, me. My name is Kelly. I'm the opera geek. I play Sarkia, who's definitely a wizard and not a sorcerer. It's true.
You saved it. I'm proud of you.
I did. I paused for a second. I'm going to toss I have a tweet that's got all the links. Right now, this is currently my only regular game. There are other games I can't talk about yet. Obviously, I can say, hey, I'm going to be doing Vampire in March, for which I will totally be tapping my husband to help me because he knows Vampire and I don't. Then I do stream on Twitch. I'm about halfway through Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity, which I will be playing again tomorrow. What else? I believe starting this month, we haven't solidified a date yet, but I will be actually doing my first chat show on my channel with Josh Blue, who is an operatic tenor called Tales by the Ghostlight. And it's just going to be talks about the arts and all the things that, we're not really supposed to say out loud, but it's a pandemic and we have no gigs anyway, so hey. That's me. Oh, and I'm married to the hotness down there. That's you, yeah.
Speaking of Ragnar.
Of hotness, yes.
The hotness.
Oh, Ragnar, where can we find you?
I am Justin, aka Pirate Jesus. You can find me here, and also mostly nowadays in Night City doing a lot of Cyberpunk, because who else isn't it? I think most of you guys should probably just check out everything these people are doing, because I just do this, and yeah, that's what you should do.
And he loves and supports his wonderful wife, who he loves very much.
I mean, I don't know. I think maybe you should probably follow Deanna more, because she's really awesome. And
fine.
Yeah. I mean,
Fine.
Kelly's kind of cool, but
But I'm cooler than everyone here combined.
Simon is awesome,
so
guys.
that
Oh my
said-
god.
Speaking
He's
of the
starting
hotness.
You can find us back here on Friday for Cyberpunk, as we reprise our... Oh my god, we're going to start our 4th season of
Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk
Red?
Red.
4th season?
It's been... actually, we've been playing for over a year now. It's been that long. My longest... It will, I think by the end of the month, will be the longest campaign I have ever ran. Yeah, I think so.
And no one's died?
I try. Believe me, I try. And it is insane how I roll like crap, they roll like gods. But that said, I will also be very soon on another channel, weekdays, playing another Cyberpunk campaign called Cyberpunk Phoenix. Keep your eyes out for that. And I think we're making characters this week. There's another show, I'm not going to talk about it yet, but I am very, very hyped for it, coming out in January on Sunday evenings. And then, of course, there's always Scion on Saturday afternoons over at Level Up TTV.
Simon, January 10th, us. Next Sunday.
Yes, on Sunday, January 10th, I also have... No, thank you. I forgot about it because it's been so long. Charity game on Are You Sure You Want to Do This? will be for Jasper's Game Day. We are raising money for charity, so you can come check us out. We'll be playing a one-shot of The Witcher, so be sure to
Hashtag not
come
Tris
around.
Marigold.
Nope, you are not Tris Marigold. Yeah, and then that's it for my schedule. Thank you everyone for coming. We'll see you next week. Have a good week and be safe, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.